Welcome, students. Today, we will cover up the last part of the applet. In the previous, um, I will send you the two lecture videos on applets, Applet Part 1 and Applet Part 2. Now, this is the last lecture video, which I named as Applet Part 3. Now, here, a very small portion of things remain to be learned or taught, which is called the different types of applets. You know, there are two types of applets. One is called local applet and another is called remote applets. Now, what is local applet? Look at this. Local applet is also an applet which is developed and stored in your local system. Suppose in your home, you developed an applet. So that applet is termed as local applet because it is locally developed by by a user or by a coder or by a program. So it is locally developed and it is still stored within your hard disks. And there is no need for internet connection for the local system. Local directories were searched to locate the specified applet. That means the applet resides within your hard disk. And there is no need of internet connection. You can easily build and run the local applet on your desktop or laptop without having any internet connections. So that is all about the local app. Now go to the next portion. Remote applet. What is that? Remote applets are applets that are developed by someone else and stored on a remote system connected to the internet. Execution of remote applet requires internet connection, obviously, because remote applets are not developed by you. It was developed by someone else, and they and he or she, what he or she does, he or she actually sends the applets over the internet. So those who are connected over the internet, he or she easily download those applets in their local system and execute those applets on their desktop or laptop. So that is the remote applet. Look at the picture. This is the server, because when you send some applets over the internet, it goes to the server. It actually stored within the server. And any one client or any one browser, when he actually send those requests to download that applet, then that applet from the server comes to the client. And after verification, he runs those applet on their own, using their own resources. That means on their own computer system. Okay, so these are called applets. And you obviously understood that internet connection is must needed in this case. So this is the remote applet. In your examination purpose, the question arises like, what are local and remote applets, and distinguish between them, or what are the differences between local and remote applets. So that's it, and you can easily differentiate between local and remote applet. So internet connection is very vital here. In case of local applet, internet connection does not need it at all, but in remote applet, internet connection is always needed. And local applet always run using the user's own resources, and remote applet, firstly, it must be downloaded within your system, and then using your own resources, it will be executed. Local applet resides within the user's computer or hard disks, but remote applets resides within the server and you have to download it from there. Clear? So these are the differences. Now I am going to tell the last portion, which is called the difference between application program and applet. So very common question as per your markout semester questions is concerned. So what are the differences? Look at this. Number one, applications are standalone programs that can be run independently without having to use a web browser. On the other hand, applets are small Java programs that are designed to be included in a HTML web document. They require a Java-enabled web browser for execution purpose. Number two, Java applications have full access to local file system and network. Applets have no disk and network access. Number three, it requires a main method for its execution. On the other hand, applet does not require a main method for its execution. You already know that because whenever you build an applet, there is absence of main method. Okay. Number four, applications can run programs from the local system. That means uses local resources. And applets cannot run programs from the local machine. An application program is used to perform some task directly for the user. An applet program is used to perform small task or part of it. And lastly, number six, application program can access all kinds of resources available on the system. An applet can only access the browser specific services. So these are the major differences between an application, Java application program and Java applet. So very, very important. Please study this for examination purpose. And that's the end of applet chapter. Hope you will understand the concept of applet. Thank you, students.